I was the typical jock, had the friends, had the accolades. I felt like I could walk into a room and get along with everybody because that's my personality. But like, you close the door and I'm like in the corner alone, curled up in a ball, wanting to like end myself. I didn't understand how to cope with adversity. I didn't understand how to deal with really, really big situations. I would always run from them. I was dealing with so many different demons that I never dealt with as a child and even in high school. I just covered it up by sports and just saying I'm the best of the best, whatever. And then it eventually came back to, really haunt me. I used to run a lot to be able to try to break my anxiety. I thought that I could outrun it. And I was running on the main street in Lock Haven, Pennsylvania. And I was just like, man, like I can't do this. Like I just can't take it anymore. Because I just got to the lowest point of my life. I was rock bottom. I had lost all hope, even though I had my friends telling me, hey, go get help. I had just lost all, reality, so to speak. I actually went to, a mental institution, wellness center, and I was in there for a couple months. The place that I was in, I just needed to get out of. But also when I went home, I was still seeking help, going to therapy. That was where the initial, like, real spark of fitness and exercise just kicked in, because I just looked at it as me being driven to something positive. That's where I found, the real joy in that. And that's why I say it's my sanctuary, because to me, I had been lied to for a long time by a lot of people, early on, and been hurt a lot. The weight room, exercise, the gym, like whatever you want to call it, and it doesn't lie to you. You're gonna get everything that you put in, you're gonna get that back tenfold. You might not get it right away, but at least you know that you're continuing to put in the work, and then eventually it's gonna pay off. I kind of consider myself like the mental health advocate coach, strength coach. My gift is to be able to serve in a different way, and to be able to wrap my arms around an athlete and say, hey, I know exactly what you're going through, instead of just saying, okay, go ahead and put 225 on the bar and hit it for 5 reps. Like we could do that with our eyes closed. But can I take a step back and meet you where you're at if you're having a bad day, and say, hey, like what's bothering you? What's going on? And if it turns out to be a lot deeper than that, which 9 times out of 10 it usually is, that's the beauty of having a person in the same space or place, to be able to identify those, certain characteristics that, in my eyes, I know what the signs and symptoms are. They stick out to me like, like a sore thumb. That comes from the struggle. That comes from being underneath the rock and, crawling out underneath it, being able to stand on my own 2 feet, and just say, okay, I haven't arrived at my final destination, but I'm gonna embrace it, and I'm gonna bring people along with me, and I'm gonna impact other people, in a positive way, and just make people laugh and make people smile. Too often than not, we're seeing I wish I would have spent more time with him or her. All it takes is a conversation and just asking somebody how their day goes. Suicide, depression, anxiety is a silent killer, and a lot of times it's with people that, are in the limelight, people that are vibrant, they're very, like they connect with a lot of people, but deep down inside, they're struggling. I look at my life as 360 degrees around as a gift. Regardless of, how dark, how hard it was, the struggles, the joys, everything, like I don't take it for granted, because I know there's somebody out there that maybe even had a similar story to mine, or even worse. I don't consider myself motivated. I consider myself unapologetically driven. Like, and I'm okay by saying that. I'm driven by the fact that my family has a house over their head, has food on the table, has, shoes on their feet, and I'm able to help provide that. during the pandemic, that's when I started a company called Highest Level. First and foremost, Highest Level is about mental health advocacy and helping other people understand, the struggles of daily life, but also helping them and navigate and give them resources to be able to get help initially. And then from there, there's a lifestyle adjustment and lifestyle improvement programs that we have online available, whether if it's training, whether if it's consultations and just understanding, nutrition or strength and conditioning or strength training to be able to improve their lifestyle. And then the last part about it is the apparel and the fashion. I'm wearing, one of our hoodies that we came out with, mental health is wealth. And we truly believe that, creativity and how to basically express yourself is so important. Starting off, you never really think that you're going to make it this far. Like, you have the goals, the aspirations, the dreams to, be at the highest level of whatever it is that you're trying to do. But I never in a million years would think that I'm actually at the University of Miami. But I also know that through all the hard work that I've been able to do and the people that have helped me get to where I'm at now, there's no way that I would be here without them. Like, there's literally no way. I know my story can, in some ways or, fashion, be kind of dark, but at the same time, my whole purpose is to bring it to light so that way I can help other people. I want my kids to understand that whatever they go through in life, yes, it's going to affect you. Yes, it's going to push you. It's going to shape you. It's going to grow you. But don't ever quit.